All right, so we got another install today. This is the BuiltRight Industries Molle panel for the driver's side rear. So we're gonna get this taken out of the package. Really nice packaging, really quality product. It looks like they got us some swag here as well, stickers. Of course, when you pay this much for a product, it's nice to get stickers, right? Yeah. These are the quick fists that are attached to their risers for mounting to the Molle panel. So I also bought these because I have a couple things I want to put on this Molle panel to start with, and one's going to require these quick fists. So we got the hardware package here. So we're going to open that up and get that installed. Let's go ahead and pull this tonneau cover back, and I'll show you where this is going to get put. If you guys haven't seen my video yet on this tonneau cover, you need to check it out. Love this tonneau cover. Haven't had any issues with it. It rolls up nice, gives you full access to the bed. And then I also did the swing case. This is something new that I put in, the mat from Rough Country. I found that it was $79 for the 6-foot bed, and it was $100 for the 5-foot bed. This is a 5-foot bed because I have a crew cab. However, I went ahead and bought the 6-foot cover because it was $20 cheaper. And I just cut the front of it off and took the foot off at the front that I didn't need. So there's a way around everything. So, all right. So as you see here, I've got some things put over onto the side. Those are going to get moved. And this panel piece here is going to go right there. So we're going to mount it there. And first things first is get everything off that's there currently. All right. So this is kind of just mocked up. This is where it's going to go on the truck like that. It's going to use the existing holes. No drill. So use these holes from this hook. The holes from this hook, they're going to go into there, as well as using these points here, I think, is where it mounts. So we'll get the instructions out and see what we can do to get it mounted up there. All right, now I guess first thing is first. This is how this is going to go together. The way that it's going to go in is like this, and then you're going to pull it through to where it clips on like that. You can see here the way that is, it clips on there. You screw that down tight on here and here to get you your mounting points for the Molle panel. So we'll tighten that down. All right, and then you're going to use a Torx 40 on the hook here. Now I'm using my kit that I had kept from the Jeep. It's got a Torx 40, really nice little set. I did keep some things from the Jeep. So we'll take these off and we'll be replacing them with the same bolts with the hook on there as well, I believe. Okay, so now those are off. Now we need to make sure that we tighten up these to full spec tightness. So I put it in there, and then the other one's there. So we need to put an Allen wrench on there, tighten those up. We got those off, and then we can start looking at our panel itself. Okay, so now our panel is gonna go on here just like this. We're gonna reuse that hook and reuse the stock bolts. You're gonna go there, here, and this is actually gonna go up and attach right there and on that side right there, okay? But I don't wanna put this on quite yet, because if you know anything about these Molle panels, it's a lot easier to build them and then with what you want on it, and then put it onto where you're mounting it to. And that's what I'm gonna do now. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my quick fists on somewhere up into here and get everything mounted the way I want it. All right, so let's lay this out. This is kind of how I have it laid out. Excuse the shadow. This is my first attempt. I mean, there's gonna be probably multi attempts, but got my fire extinguisher, my multi-tool. This is a really cool multi-tool for busting windows and knocking people in the head and prying things open, pry bar multi-tool. Pouch here for various things. My tourniquet on the front of my first aid kit, and then my knife here. There's different ways to lay this out. I could do something like this, where this goes here, this goes here. I don't know, there's a bunch of different ways you can lay this out. Put this up here, something like this. There's just a bunch of different ways to lay it out. So I'm gonna put everything on there, and then I'm gonna mount it to the truck. So let's see how this all works out. Okay, so for Molle panels and Molle pouches, what you're gonna wanna do is weave it through, okay? So there's a right way and a wrong way to do this. So you're gonna weave it through like this, right? You're gonna put it back through this way, through here, okay? Switch hands. And then you're gonna bring it back up through this. Okay, so I wanted to show you what I was talking about with the weave. This is how you're gonna weave the Molle panels through the panel, through the pouch or whatever you have, through the panel, through the pouch, back and forth. You can see how it's mounted there. And then the quick fists I have mounted there, because I decided I'm gonna put this probably something like that way right there, like that. So, all right. Okay, so once we get it all on here, like I said, this bolt here goes into the bracket we put in. Same thing with this one here. These two down here are provided, or if you have a hook already in that position, you can put them back into there, just like the stock hook here. So what I'm gonna do is, I've got this on there. It's not super tight. These aren't tight, these aren't tight. But I'm gonna put all my product on there and see if it fits and make sure it fits and see how it all turns out. Okay, so there it's all on the way I have it. Got my knife back there. If I need to get to it, I can. Just like that. This comes off just like that. This can come off straight out like this, right? So it's not a perfect science, guys. It takes a while to get this everything where you want it to be. So it's not something that's going to be done real quick. Got pouches and things in there. I would like for this to be up higher. This is obviously, as you see, wiggly right here. It's not on there very tight. I'm gonna change that around a bit. I think what I will do is get a smaller, the mini hook instead of the big gator straps or whatever those things are. I think I'm gonna get these smaller ones, and that way I can put it on here and it fit better. So but yeah, you could play around with it, do what you think you need to do with it, switch things around, but that's kind of how I have mine set up for now. I'm sure as I use it, I'm gonna have to adjust things and take it off, move things around. As I see, like I said right here, this is not in there tight enough around there. So yeah, there's a lot that you can do differently, a lot of different options with the Molle panel, but that's what it looks like. You can also get the front piece that goes there. I don't need it per se, so I just stuck with this side, and I really like how the bed of this truck's turning out. So I'll give you a full aspect of things when I get it all put on. Okay, so there we are, all done. And you're wondering what this case here is. This is I actually got it whenever I bought my Bronco, kept it whenever I sold it, but this folds out into basically a compartmentalized carrier right there, and that's what it looks like right there. So that's what this is, so I can put groceries in it and not slide around. It came with my Bronco. It's a Ford accessory if you guys are interested in that, but that's gonna go right there for now. So, but I love how this whole bed is turning out. I got my things in the swing case here, a couple trailer hitches down there for the boat and stuff, a poncho, extra hoodie, got a hammock in here, all my straps and stuff are down in there. So loving how that all fits. So there you go, guys. Now another thing that I wanted to show you was this Molle panel piece here from Desert Does It. I'll leave a link below, but that goes there. That's where I had my fire extinguisher mounted initially. Nice place in there, however it was getting kicked and stuff. So what I'm going to do is actually take this panel piece, move it to the driver's side, and put a pouch there so I can put some things in there, in my pouch underneath the seat, easily accessible. So I'm going to do that now. So the first step in putting these on is to actually take off the plastic cover pieces. They just pop off. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take a 13mm socket and ratchet, and you're going to take the front seat bolts out on each side here and there. And once those are out, then you're not going to use those same bolts again. You're going to use the bolts that Desert Does It provides you. All right, so once those are out, you have these pieces here. They go in here and here like this. And then this piece here will mount like this right here to the front of it. So first things first, we'll use a Allen key This is a 6mm Allen, and we will put these pieces in over here and screw that down into there with that on each side there and then over here. All right, so once you get the seat brackets on, you're gonna mount this up through here. This bolt here is going to go through the bottom part, the bottom hole of the panel, and then right into the front piece there. If I can get it, there we go, one-handed here. All right, so once that's screwed on, the other one will go right in through here, same exact place, like this. Now, you may need to push these over a bit, pretty tight, but you can get them. There you go. And it screws to the front panel, just like that right there. So we'll do this one on the end. And this one here. You see the Desert Does It logo right there. And we'll tighten this down, and what this will allow you to do is put a mole, some sort of mole pouch or holster, if you want to have a holster, gun holster or a knife holster, or if you want to mount a fire extinguisher there, you can. That's what it looks like. Put the seat forward, and this is what it'll look like whenever it's all installed. Doesn't hit anything up there. No issues, no problems whatsoever. So there you go. Now just got to pick something to mount there.